Hello! Welcome back to my channel. So, I know it's been a while since, the last spooky Saturday. But, today, got 2 stories and 2 videos for you guys. It's all found on that, same website that we spent on the last video, yourghoststories.com, that my mom found. There's a lot on that website. There's a lot. So I'm not going to drag this any longer. So without further ado, let's get started with our first story. The first story that I found is called Almost Killed by 2 Ghosts, which sounds really interesting. It's not long, it's a little short, but let us take a gander at it. And it's actually kind of a story that's from Mexico, which is another thing I like about this site, because you get stuff from all over the world, which is really, really cool. So let us check this story out. A couple days after my grandpa's death, I was in bed with my sister. She was sleeping, and I was watching Spanish telenovelas on the TV that was next to the kitchen door. As I was watching, I saw a light from a flashlight. I was very confused because I could see where it came from. As my eyes adjusted to the dark, I saw 2 dark figures. One was tall and skinny, the other one was short and quote-unquote fat. The tall one was holding a kitchen knife, and the short one the flashlight. I panicked, so I closed my eyes for a couple seconds, but after I opened them, they were still there. Scared, I tried to quietly wake my sister so that I did not bring attention to myself, so that they couldn't see me. She did not wake up, so I closed my eyes and got under the blanket. After a couple minutes, I got out with my eyes closed and decided to check if they were still there. I opened them and they got closer. I started to get more scared and closed my eyes again. And after opening them, they still got closer to me. They looked really, really scary and did not have any skin or clothes on them. It was like they were made out of thick, dark cloud or something. I closed and opened my eyes a couple more times, and they came closer and closer, until both of them were staring on top of me. So I screamed loud and they vanished. My dad came into the room and asked me what happened, and I told him I saw 2 dark figures that tried to kill me. He said that it was just a dream, but I was still seeing the flashlight in the place where they first appeared. I told my dad, "Do you see the flashlight on the floor?" And he did not, and took me to my sister to his bedroom. In the morning when I woke up, I saw on my cheek 3 fingerprints that I had not seen before. And then P.S. The room I was sleeping in my grandpa died in. Ew. Interesting. Oh, we don't really know exactly how the grandpa died. So, but also it could have been maybe a residual event that could have happened in that room maybe before, the grandpa moved into that room or something. But goddamn, that's fucking terrifying. I mean, I kind of want to see that, but I also don't because, you know, like, no. That is interesting. Because I have mentioned it before, because, you know, because when you see all these kind of, like, just all this kind of stuff, you know, there's generally a reason for, you know, for you to see them. So, generally. But like I said, it could have been a really terrifying residual event or something that happened in that room where two guys come in, one had a flashlight, one had a knife, and oh. Interesting. Let's check out some of the comments, because those are always fun to look at. Oh, yeah. Ah. This right here. This is interesting. In my opinion, since your grandfather's death had been so recent, it's possible that he was still around, and the knife and flashlight might have been an important symbolic event during his life. But yeah, ghosts can't kill you. It's not, you know, games like in Phasmophobia or something, or, you know, like a movie or, you know, a TV show or something like that. Ghosts can't kill you, you know, but seeing something like this, you know, can make it feel like, oh my god, this ghost, this spirit has a knife. Looks like it's gonna fucking kill me. But I want to see something like this, but I also kind of don't. Cause like, you're just relaxing, you're just trying to sleep, and then all of a sudden you see this ghost with a knife. It's just coming closer, and you're like, absolutely not. I ain't doing that. But that is interesting, because the death was recent, so it could have been maybe an event like that happened, you know, in his life, maybe when he was younger or something. You know, we don't know. We don't know. But yeah, that was almost killed by two ghosts, which was quite interesting. Let me know what you guys thought about this story. You know, like what do you think? What do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Maybe if you experienced something like this before, I don't know. I would like to know. But let's move on to the next story. All right. So this one is from here in the United States, in New York, and this is sisters phone me after killed in a car accident. Interesting. Oh, this is a long one. All right. Take a sip. Alright. In December of 1990, I was living in New York City and trying to make it in the rock music industry. The last time I saw my sister, Dali, was the year before when she visited us. One morning, as I was getting ready for my day job, I received a phone call no brother ever wants to receive. It was my mother saying these 3 words I will never forget. Todd, she's gone. And so began my new life, the life where my beautiful sister was no longer on this earth. Dali was one of those rare people that everyone loved. She had an incredibly caring soul. I know we tend to only remember the positives about people and conveniently forget the negatives when a person dies. But I can honestly say my sister didn't have many negative qualities. She was a soft, sweet, caring soul that was apparently only meant to walk this earth for 25 years in this incarnation. She cared deeply for me and nurtured me almost like a second mom. We were very close. We had both grown up in an abusive home after our parents divorced. When my mother remarried, our teen years were spent in a volatile home thanks to our stepdad. Which is why it wasn't any surprise, looking back now, that even in death she wanted to take care of me by letting me know she was okay. Now at the time, I didn't know who was trying to call. It all started when I was alone in the apartment one night, not long after the accident. It was exactly 12 a.m. when the phone rang. I know this because I had a digital clock next to me with those big red digital display numbers. Ah, yes. The good times. I picked it up and heard what sounded like this loud white noise, like TV static back in the day when you would turn the channel and it was just static stream. Hello? Hello? Nothing. Not thinking much of it, I hung up and went back to bed. Then the phone rang again. I looked at the clock, 12:15 a.m. Same thing, loud static. Living in New York City at the time, I started thinking that maybe it was a bandmate calling from a subway station and the subway was going by as they called. But I never did hear anything other than static. Every time I would go back to bed, like clockwork, literally, every 15 minutes on the dot, the phone would ring. 12:30 a.m., 12:45 a.m., 1 a.m., 1:15 a.m., and so on. At this point, I knew it was my sister. Goosebumps came over me that knowing only you can quantify without knowing how it is you know something. You just do. This went on a precise 15-minute increments until the final phone call at 3 a.m. Then it stopped for good. At the time, I didn't know about spirits using the phone sometimes to try to contact loved ones from beyond. Then I came across a book a few years later that described my experience nearly to a T. I'm not sure why she was unable to make her voice audible above the white noise. Perhaps her soul was too new to the other dimension and wasn't able to project enough energy. No matter. In the end, I know it was her trying to tell me she was okay. I had many wonderful contact dreams from her in the following years after her passing. At one point, I attended a psychic reading with a panel of respected psychics from the Northeast region of the U.S. They were providing readings using psychometry. I brought a framed photo of, I don't know if you can hear a loud noise in the back, I'm sorry, of photo Dali had given me of herself just a year before she passed. Which, if you knew my sister, that in of itself was incredible, as she hated her photo being taken. But inexplicably, she had portraits of herself taken that she gave to her closest family, and friends not long before her accident. That alone still blows my mind. I raised my hand and offered the framed photo to the row of psychics. It's a lot of reading, my tongue's getting a little. The information they provided me was nothing short of astounding. The feeling of cold signifying the person is no longer in the earth realm. Yes. The passing was due to a car accident involving a large truck of sort. Yes, she was killed instantly on a rainy evening, coming home and didn't see the semi-truck that was parked half in the road from mechanical trouble. It was quick. She showed them lights out, meaning she didn't suffer. She was with a father figure and they are holding hands. The father figure had some heart trouble of some sort causing his death. Correct? My father died 6 months after Dali in a car accident and believed it was a broken heart that caused the accident. I always gravitated towards the unknown and the paranormal, but my interest in spirituality, metaphysics, consciousness, and life after death didn't accelerate until after they died. In the years since, I have had a full-blown awakening, and my sister gets all the credit. While I am still struggling with the human part of myself, and far from perfect, all of the good within me and my desire to always strive to be a better father, husband, friend, son, and a man due her influence, both while she was still on this earth and even now in the afterlife. The day we are reunited again will be one sweet day indeed. Aww. Yeah, it is a particularly common thing, you know. Close family members will generally come, you know, they'll always come visit you to check up on you and all that stuff, and like in some formal way, even if, like, even in cases if you don't really believe it, like if the connection was really strong, you know, they might come in some small form or way. Oh, but it was really sad and sweet. Oh, that must be her right there. But yeah, but typically, like the static, like white noise is it does help for a way for spirits to try to communicate, but if they don't have enough energy, they're not gonna probably be able to talk as clearly, because it does take a lot of energy for them to do that kind of stuff. So, but yeah. It was sad, you know, kind of sweet, you know, having a family member, you know, watching over you and all that stuff. But yeah, you know, it's kind of like, you know, sometimes, you know, I'll see my cat, you know, one of my cats that I had sometimes. You know, I always see him in the corner of my eye. I know that he's there, watching me. But yeah, I don't want to go too deep in this because I might actually kind of start crying a little bit. So we're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. So I got 2 videos. So we're gonna do the usual thing, you know, the 2 stories and the 2 videos. Well, the videos if I can find some, because there's some of them on here that's unavailable because they were taken down or like copyright stuff. So I got 2 videos now, so let's move on to the first video before I start getting kind of sad. Okay, so this one, the Warrens investigate a poltergeist haunting. Now, if you've seen the Conjuring movies, which if you haven't, those are great movies, by the way. Some of my favorite more recent horror movies, because they're just so good. And the stuff that they investigate is quite interesting. My mom knows more about it than I do because she's read up a lot of their stuff. But, so, this table looks really familiar, so I may have seen it before, like many years ago, but it's been a while. But I could be wrong, I could be mistaking it for another video. But let's take a look at the Warrens investigating a poltergeist haunting.
Poltergeist is nothing more than a devil or a demon as far as we're concerned. People say, this guy's going back into the medieval ages. There are no such things as devils or demons. Yes, there are.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
The Warrens feel that some of the most compelling evidence ever recorded has been videotaped by them in this Connecticut home. For months, the family, whose faces are obscured to protect their identity, have been tormented by what they fear is a poltergeist. Ed attempts to communicate with the troubled spirit.
One knock for yes, two for no. Are you a man? Are you a boy?
The mother leans against the kitchen table, her hands in full view as Ed continues asking questions.
You want the people in this house to move? One knock for yes, two for no. Yes. Okay. Who is it that you don't like the most here? Is it? Is it? Is it their father? Is it their mother?
Oh my God.
Okay. I command you to reveal your identity.
Next, Ed decides to confront the poltergeist alone.
Give me some sign. Is that you moving something? Give me some sign that you're here. What I did was use religious provocation. I have to provoke it into some type of outward manifestation. And that was my point in doing that. In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to reveal your identity.
On the following night, the family reports that the poltergeist seems to be more active than ever. Only now, its attention is focused on the family's 10-year-old daughter.
The little girl is trying to do her homework, but you can see that the chair keeps sliding backwards. You're holding it down, aren't you? It's got that much strength to it. Now, if you watch, you can see the little girl's legs are up on the rungs of the chair. She's not pushing herself up from the floor. The mother is not tipping that chair backwards. No. Nobody is touching that table. The table moves of its own volition.
The Warrens quickly arrange for 3 priests to perform an exorcism in the home, and the disturbance ends. But for how long? Could the
Ooh. Let's take a look at that. That table moving was pretty spicy. Where was it?
Sign. Is that you moving something? Give me some sign that you're here. What I did was use religious provocation. I have to provoke it into some type of outward manifestation. And that was my point in doing that. In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to reveal your identity.
God damn. Yeah, that's got to be very powerful to like move the chairs like that, to move the table like that, like, and then here to move try to move the chair that the child is sitting on. Like, damn.
On the following night, the family reports that the poltergeist seems to be more active than ever. Only now, its attention is focused on the family's 10-year-old daughter.
The little girl is trying to do her homework, but you can see that the chair keeps sliding backwards.
You're holding it down, aren't you? It's got...
Yeah, because clearly, obviously, you know, like, the fact that they're probably absolutely terrified, and whatever this is certainly feeding off the energy from them, and using it to, I guess, manifest in the ways of moving, you know, the furniture and all that stuff, and who knows what else? Because I'm pretty, because this is just a small clip, you know. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch more to it, but I don't think you guys heard it, but I coincidentally heard a tap. That's sus. Shush. But that would be interesting, actually, to do, like, a whole separate video on, like the investigations of, you know, the Warrens and all this stuff. Because this stuff is interesting to me, so I'm like, ooh, give me all the creepy and spookies. Okay. But let's just say, at a small chance that maybe this could have been staged. I don't think so, but I know there's gonna be, you know, some people, you know, especially, you know, if you don't believe in this stuff, I'm like, oh, this is fake, which there is a possibility, but I don't know, man. This shit looks pretty fucking legit. I don't know, man. Like, But do let me know on what you guys think. Like, do you think that, like, this...
Give me some sign that you're here. What I did was use religious provocation. I have to provoke it into some type of outward manifestation. And that was my point in doing that.
In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to reveal your identity.
No, guys, like... let me know what you guys think about this clip, because this is interesting. And then maybe if you want to, you know, like, do like a whole video, like a whole separate video on their investigations, because I think that would be interesting. And obviously, we're not going to talk about the movies, because the movies, you know, are amped up for it to be intense, but it would be interesting to look at the real investigations that the movies based it off of, you know, like about the Conjuring house, you know, and some of their other investigations, you know, like all that kind of stuff, you know. That'd be interesting. Let me know. But let's move on to the next video and the final video. Okay, so this one is Valentine Ghost. Okay, so Western New York Paranormal investigated a ghost video with an infrared film in Valentine, a historical museum located in Victor, New York. Alright. Full screen, it's unavailable. What do you mean? What do you mean? Fine. I am gonna zoom in. I solved the issue. Just zoom in. Okay. I decide. You decide. Okay. Okay. It's totally valid. Alright, let's see the controversial nature of this footage. Oh. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. It is moving really strangely. And also the fact that, okay, so you see that there's a cross right here. The fact that it looked like it just walked through it. And that there's, like, you can see the difference. Whoa, that's funky. That's really cool though, like how it's kind of moving. It's like, I can't do it, but yeah, look at it. Whoa. Well, that's funky. Alright, hold on. Yeah, it's not like some weird, like, glitch or anything because you can see the time, but it's still moving, you know? And plus, like, in different settings, it looks very, very different. Excuse me. Yeah, look at it. And plus the fact that it's just moving in such an unnatural way. It's just kind of like it itself is oddly, you know, kind of like, I guess the best way to probably describe it is maybe that it's a quote-unquote lagging or quote-unquote glitched or something like that, like how it's moving, because it's very like you can't see my hands, but I'm doing like a weird stunted kind of hand motion. You know what I mean. But it's just like, yeah, it's just like kind of like a weird stunted, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for. Like, it's just kind of just I hope I'm explaining it. But it's just like, yeah, because and plus, like, how like, I guess, even though it's kind of like moving and like sliding itself in just a like side to side kind of way, but like how it's like how it's also moving, you know, like I guess forward is smooth, so it's like it's sliding, but from side to side it's like you know. But I could also, I can get, okay, the potential controversy behind it. So it could have been edited in post. It is very possible because, you know, sadly in a lot of these cases, a lot of these ghost videos, the quality of the camera or the video camera kind of sucks, you know? So I totally get it that there is that potential controversy of it possibly being edited in there, but let's just ignore the fact, okay? Okay, so this, okay, let's just say, okay, ignoring the like possible potential controversy that this could be faked and edited in. All right, this real, okay? It is real now, okay? Because you can see how clear this person is from all the different like changes in like how the video is viewed from like different like infrared, you know, levels and all that kind of stuff. So you could see how fully clear this is. And then you have this figure that's moving in such a weird, unnatural kind of way. And plus, there's a cross right here. It went through it. Yeah, it literally just, it went through it. So with that in mind, this is some pretty compelling evidence. Okay, but let's also go on the other side for the controversy of it, because I may be being fake. This faked, it's done really well. Yeah, it's done really well. But I don't know, man. This looks like this is crazy. Like, look at it. That's so funky. But oh man. Wait, let me know what you guys think, because this is really cool. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna zoom back out because I zoomed in really close. I couldn't go full screen apparently. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and let's end this video. Oh right, so that was this week's Spooky Saturday. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We had two really interesting stories. One looks seemingly like feels like they're gonna get killed by two ghosts, which that's terrifying to see. Honestly, regardless of any age, like seeing it as a kid, seeing it as an adult, that shit's fucking terrifying. I know I said I want to see it, but I also don't want to see it. But don't be dumb like me and wish to see something like that, okay? Like just don't. And then we have the other story. Close family member coming in to check up on the person from the afterlife, saying like, "Hey, I'm okay." Sweet and very sad, very emotional. I was trying not to cry a little bit, but yeah. I cry easily, so you guys know that I cry easily because I'm a bitch. And then our two videos. One was from the Warrens investigating a poltergeist in a family home, watching the chairs and the table move, even a chair trying to move while a child was trying to do a homework. And then we have an apparition in a museum in New York. And there's some pretty good stuff. I like this website. It's got some cool stuff. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this week's Spooky Saturdays. And yeah, that's it. I'm also sorry for like the random background noise if you heard any. Sorry about that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.